Hey y'all, Instinct Survival is coming again with another 2-Tip Tuesday. This time we'll be talking about Bic lighters. Yes, I said Bic. And magnesium rods, or magnesium blocks I should say. This cheapy little thing could save your life if you know how to use it. That's the problem. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to reposition the camera. We're going to go in and talk about each one of them individually. And I'm going to show you a couple of tricks in each one of them so that you can be assured of fire in this case. These are also things I've taught my kids. My youngest daughter, now 17 or so, this is one of her favorite tools, believe it or not. So let me reposition the camera and we'll get to it. All right, so first things first, we're going to deal with this magnesium block. One of the reasons I think it's a cheap piece of junk is because of that right there. I went to go shave magnesium on it and it popped in two. That's not good. So that's one of the reasons I think it's a cheap piece of crap. The other is hey, how about striking like that? That's fun. First thing you want to do is actually take it apart. So it's on a chain that can actually be popped loose, and you can take it apart and utilize this hacksaw edge, if you will. Now that hacksaw edge, see the edge? The hacksaw edge can be used to trim off shavings. Now, in trimming off the shavings, you can do one of two ways. Number one, if you take your knife, you can come in and slice off ribbons into your tinder bundle. The other is actually taking and literally just scraping it off. Now, this sounds about annoying as crap, probably more annoying than my voice. But you can hear them going off, and you can see the shavings actually hit the bundle. All right, now comes the other part. Sometimes this is a cheap piece of crap as well. In the ones, and I'm gonna be honest with you, the ones I found at Walmart, and I don't know the brand, they are actually, the ferro rod's actually really good. But the first things first is you have to get that black layer of oxidation off. All that is a coating of protection. Doesn't do a whole lot of good, but once you've taken it off and use this part, pretty easy. But you can't, you'll notice, right? There's no stripe because they've painted the back end of this piece of hacksaw blade. Now, can I take and do it this way? Yes. And you see how quickly that goes in, hits them sparks, and now you're lighting and seeing the sparks and the fireworks fly, so to speak. That right there, because you're using the saw blade or the back edge of your knife, that's actually going to be beneficial for you. So again, magnesium block, and again, my daughter actually uses this and prefers it for her method of starting fire. So while that's good, we'll send that away, knowing that some of the magnesium is still getting on fire, and there's sparks everywhere once I hit the ground with it. We're going to look at utilizing or how to adjust a lighter when there is no fire. Now, you may notice at the beginning I said a Bic lighter, and the reason being is because I trust these a lot more than them cheap pieces of crap that Scripto has, just overall. So let's look at how to modify this. This has no more fluid in it. However, if you're used to striking or using a ferro rod, there's no difference, right? It's a mini ferro rod in there. How do you modify this to get a better strike? Go in and pop off this windscreen, and then pop off that thumb protection, if you will. All right, and that just pulls off. So now you've got literally a ferro rod. Now, one other thing before I actually light the fire is we're going to drop it in water. What happens if you're in the drink, right? Now, this is the same even if you're utilizing a lighter that has flame to it. You can do the same thing as what I'm fixing to show you and how to do, because what happens overall is you get that thing soaked. Just for proof, it is in water. See the water moving. If we leave it down there, not a whole lot going there, right? So I have quote unquote ruined it. However, Bics, you can shake them out, and I can run it on my clothes a little bit. Apparently it needs a little bit more, but I have seen a couple of little sparks with it. You can hear me running it on my clothes. All I'm doing is just literally that on my clothes. And there we're back to ferrule rod. Okay, now how do we do that? How do we use it? Well, it's real simple. Same way we always do. All we're doing is getting a spark. Didn't say it was as easy as a ferrule rod, I just said you can use it as one. I got some stuff clogging it up. This is live, folks. How long is it going to take and sit there and do this? Alright guys, I'm going to cut away and we're going to try a different tinder to see if that's going to work for us. Because I know it will. I know I've done it before. It's lit a couple of times, but it can go right back out. I don't know if that's because of the humidity or what. So what I want to do is try it on something else and show you that it actually works. Alright fellas, one of the things I'm a fan of is mini infernos. Bam. That quick. Alright, so again, it does work. As far as the why didn't it light the distressed pine straw on fire, number one, you're not throwing off as much sparks as you would a regular ferrule rod. But the other side of that is that the humidity in Georgia right now is brutal. I mean, you could literally stand still and just start pouring sweat. And that's what I have a feeling is part of the problem, is that's not dry enough. So anyway, that's how you would use a Bic to do that, you know. And then ultimately, if all things were going your way, you're just using a regular Bic. So there you go, folks. Hopefully now you understand how a Bic lighter can be modified to save your life or use even after it's dead, and the proper use for a piece of crap magnesium block. Hey, hope it's well with you. Hope it works well for you. And thanks for all your likes, your comments, subscribes, and especially the shares. Don't forget to hit the bell at the bottom so that you can see all the updates that are coming. And until then, use your instincts to survive. Thanks for watching.